Hi everyone, and welcome back to Dabbling with Debbie. So today we are just going to go ahead and continue swatching my polishes, and as you can see today we are going to be doing some of my pinks and oranges. These polishes, let me look in this group. Yes, these are all also from Polish and Beauty Expo this year. So let's go ahead and show you. So this first polish is another red-eyed lacquer. This is called I Said Burr, It's Cold in Here. And here it is in 3 coats. This next one is also a red-eyed lacquer. It's really pretty pink. And it's called She Doesn't Even Go Here. And here it is in 3 coats. I have worn this one as a full manicure already, and I would recommend that you wear a base coat. I do have, like I said, builder gel on top of my nails, and I usually do wear a peel-off base coat. And I can show you, I had this Hit the Bottle base coat on underneath this polish. It's called Rose Ash Undies, and it did stain this like a pinkish color. So I'm assuming it would probably also stain your nails. So just to be on the safe side, go ahead and wear a base coat. This next one is also a red-eyed lacquer. It's called It's Time. And here it is in 3 coats. Next one is Lurid Lacquer. And this is called Mags and Sags Model Home Adventures. Here it is in 3 coats. If you have never been to Polish and Beauty Expo, you don't know what I'm talking about. Polish and Beauty Expo is basically like a nail polish convention, but it's not just nail polish. They're the makers that make nail polish may also make like nail care supplies like cuticle oil or moisturizing creams. There's also people there that sell handmade soaps and candles. And from what I understand from some people that I've watched their videos, that it might actually be expanding next year and being big. It'll possibly be bigger than it has been. This is the 2nd year that I went. Yes, last year was the first year that I had ever heard about it, and it was the first year that I went. Really didn't know what to expect, and I was kind of overwhelmed. But this year I was much more prepared. My daughter and I went last year and this year. I had a list of polishes that I wanted to buy, so my daughter and I kind of divided and conquered. I gave her, a list. Okay, you go to, to like Lurid Lacquer. Here's all the polishes that I want, and then I'm gonna go to red-eyed lacquer. And it's so funny because my daughter, she went to Lurid Lacquer and she bought exactly what was on the list. I went to the red-eyed lacquer and I bought what was on my list, and plus other things. The same thing for the other, booths or vendors that I went to. My daughter would go, she would buy what was on the list. I would go, buy what was on the list. plus more, just because you don't know everything that they're going to have. So I'm sure if I was by myself and I was the one going to, to each maker and buying the polishes, I would have spent a lot more than I already did this year. So but like I said, Polish and Beauty Expo, it's in Tinley Park at the Tinley Park Convention Center. I can highly recommend it. This year we were lucky enough to get tickets to be able to participate in the polish making class, and that was a lot of fun. So if that's something that you're looking to do, I could highly recommend that too for next year. So this next polish is Kathleen & Co. It's called Back to Barbie. I believe, yes, this is a solar polish. So here it is in 3 coats. I've got my nail lamp here. Let me go ahead and pop this in for a few seconds so that we can see what it changes to. There we go. I only had it in there for about 5 seconds, and you can see the color does deepen up. All right. The next one is another Kathleen & Co. This one is called 1975. And here it is for 3 coats. This is Lurid Lacquer. This one has an interesting name, woo 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 woo, and it's made for Lola's birthday bash. Excuse me. So you can see here is pink polish and 3 coats on the nail. This one is also a lurid lacquer, also named after the maker's dog. It's my birthday. I can bark if I want to. And here it is in 3 coats. This one is a Tyler's Trinkets, I believe. Yes, Tyler's Trinkets. This one is called Fire Opal. And here it is in 3 coats. If you are looking for a polish holder, something that I did buy at Tyler's booth is this nail polish holder. I had one in the past, and it only held round bottles. And why I liked this one is because of the shape, because it will hold round bottles. You see my Sesh Beat fits in there perfectly. It will hold the big square bottles, and then it also holds the smaller bottles. So if he still has these on his website, I highly recommend it. I'm very happy with this. And then the last polish that I have here is another lurid lacquer. This is called Fluffiest Girl in Town. And here it is on 3 coats. Sorry if my hands are looking a little bit rough. I was cleaning the house earlier, and then I've got this, I had a 2nd-degree burn on my finger here from the recent holiday weekend. I made ribs, and I had them on a baking sheet, and thought that I grabbed the tin foil, but I grabbed the baking sheet and I gave myself a nice burn with the blister, so it's popped and dried up, but I'm picking at it. It's making me crazy. Okay, so here they all are, 3 coats. Let me go ahead and get my nail polish book and we'll go ahead and pop these all in. All right, so I've already got my bottles with their stickers all put on here already. I like these stickers, but the one thing I can say is if the bottles have kind of a domed top like this, you know, the lurid, you can see it's domed. The sticker does not stick on there very well. So I keep trying to push them down. I don't know, hopefully they're not gonna fall off. The only other thing I could think of was to put them on the side. I mean, as long as I keep them in order, you know, I'll know which one it is. But we'll see what happens. So let's go ahead and pop these in. If you didn't see my previous video, these are not sticky. You know, the bottom part in here, so these nails pop really easily in, but they pop just as easily out, but they are still very secure in there. They're not gonna, you know, they're not gonna fall out. So there they are. I like to use my cuticle pusher just to kind of push them down a little bit in there. And I can show you, I mean, just like before, they, you know, they pop right back out. So it's, you know, not an issue if you put one in and you decide that you know, that you haven't put the numbers, the stickers on top of the bottle, you know, bottles of polish, and you want to move everything around. But there we go. So there are my second 10 polishes. So thank you guys so much for spending time with me again today, and I hope you continue to join me on this journey as I organize and swatch all of my nail polishes. Thank you so much, like I said, for joining, and I'll see you soon. Bye.